I'm David Handley, a vegetable and small fruit specialist with the University of Maine Cooperative Extension, and today we're going to be talking about a simple system for pruning hardy grapes here in Maine. The pruning system I like to use is very simple. It keeps the plant open so it gets light in the summertime, but it also protects the plant a little bit in the winter. This system works best with Concord-type or Nebraska-type grapes, which are the grapes that tend to grow best in Maine. There's really a couple of systems that will work well for Nebraska-type grapes. The first one I want to talk about is the 4-arm Kniffin, and that's what we're going to prune first. The 4-arm Kniffin consists of a perennial trunk which goes from the ground right up to a top wire which is set at about 5 feet, and coming off of this trunk we will have 4 arms or canes, 1-year-old growth, 2 on the top wire running each side of the top wire and 2 on a lower wire, and this lower wire should be set at about 2.5 feet off the ground. So every year we're going to come in and prune it so that we continue to have a perennial trunk, but only 4 1-year-old trunks to produce the fruit. So here's our permanent trunk, and you can see here, this is a cane from last year. Okay, so 2-year-old cane. This was our fruiting cane last summer, and you can see the difference. Here's this year's cane, that nice chocolate brown color and smooth bark. And here we go with the older cane, the 2-year-old cane. The bark is starting to peel and has more of a gray look to it. So we know that this particular shoot isn't going to fruit again. It's the 1-year-old shoots that come off of it that will fruit. So this is going to get pruned out so that we can keep our fruiting wood closer to the trunk. So we'll just take that back to a good fruiting shoot and we'll start to cut it out. And this is where it gets fun. We need to wrestle this out of the trellis. And of course, all these little tendrils have tied it up and around most of the growth that's there. So it takes a little bit of cutting, but be careful not to break the fruiting canes that you want to leave behind. And pull it off, and that will open the planting up so we can see what we have left for good fruiting wood for this year. So we've taken off the 4 fruiting canes that we left last year, and you can see pretty much all that's left at this point is the kind of green shoots from last year that will provide us with good fruit for this year. So now we need to choose which 4 we want to put up. We're going to have 4 canes, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 for the lower wire, 2 for the upper wire, each heading off in different directions. What I want to look for in this case is cane that's got this nice chocolate brown color and is about 3/8 of an inch in diameter, about the width of your little finger. If it's thinner than that, if it's very weak, it won't produce good fruit. So thin stuff like this, less than 3/8 of an inch in diameter, we'll just cut that right out. So here we've got one that's going to go in this direction that looks very nice. So I'm going to count. Remember, we want about 10 buds on it, so we'll count our buds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I just cut out beyond that because the weaker stuff at the very end isn't going to produce very good fruit. So I have my 4 arms, but you can see I still have some leftover canes. Now, what I'm going to use these for are what we call renewal spurs. I'm going to cut these back so that they just have 1 or 2 buds on them. And what I'm going to use these buds for, the green shoots that will emerge from these buds and grow out, will be the canes that I'll be putting on the wire next year for fruiting. So we call these renewal spurs. So I need fruiting canes and I need renewal spurs. And I need at least 1 renewal spur for every fruiting cane that I'm leaving behind. Here in the north, I cheat a little bit. I tend to leave a little extra fruiting spurs on there just in case we have some winter injury. I may need some more cane to choose from. I've got my lower one, so I don't need these 2, although they're pretty good looking wood actually. But that means that as renewal spurs, they'll do just what I want them to do. This one I don't need, but we want that bud. Leave that bud for renewal spur. So as you can see, we finish up with my permanent trunk going to the top wire. And here I have my 4 fruiting canes, 3/8 of an inch thick, looking good, and each of these canes is cut back to about 10 buds. And for each cane that I leave spread out like this, I also leave 1 or 2 renewal spurs, and the shoots that come from these buds will be the canes that I put up on the wire next year. Pruning should take place every year. We usually do this in the dormant season. Anytime from January right up through March until these buds start to swell up is the time to get your pruning done. Anything you prune off of this should be taken out of here, chopped up and composted, brought to the burn pile, or just kept out of the planting because it is a potential source of diseases for next year. So it looks difficult, but it's really not that hard to prune your grapes, and this will guarantee us a good crop every year if the winter is kind to us.